What's up, my people, and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, the channel where we break down the stories that have everyone talking. And today, we have a story that is an absolute fire starter. We are talking about the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, a man known for his economic background. But lately, he's making headlines for something else entirely. He was at a town hall meeting in the US, and what he said about the security situation in his state has sent shockwaves across the internet. Now, before we dive in, let's set the stage. The southeast of Nigeria, including Anambra, has been dealing with a serious security crisis. We've all heard the term unknown gunmen. There have been kidnappings, killings, and a lot of finger-pointing. The popular narrative has often blamed external forces, particularly armed Fulani herdsmen, for a lot of the violence. But Governor Soludo just dropped a bombshell that completely flips the narrative on its head. He gave a very specific statistics about the identity of the criminals his administration has arrested. And trust me, you will want to hear this for yourself. So, I want you to listen carefully to these words. Watch the room, watch the people around him, including the American police officer providing security. This is the first part of his statement, so sit back and take a watch.
Factual. I've been in office for three years and 3 months, okay? If we have arrested 100 criminals, non-mafia, kidnappers, and so on and so forth, 99.99% of them will mark Igbo. Did you hear me right? I said 99.99% of them will mark Igbo. So these things are made because that was part of the lie that was put in propaganda. They are into kidnapping because it is the next lucrative business after Yahoo and drug. The next one for find disabled kidnapping. And this is even other states. If I not where we do all Anambra. Anambra. Onye nke na village fa ogote motorcycle me ajoin California na abia ka etinye na line. Akwale ya buy mafia mama how to ifa. Ijide also on the Fulani. I'll repeat, and I want you to quote me right. 99.99% of all the criminals, kidnappers, and so on that were arrested so far, Igbos are the ones kidnapping Igbos. They are the ones killing Igbos. All these camps. Igbo. And by the way, because I came with the same false narrative. The false narrative, the Fulanis, they are invading our people. They are now everywhere. They are waiting for whistle to be blown. And and they will take over.
Did you hear that? 99.99 are Igbo. That is an incredible, precise, and heavy statement for a governor to make, especially to a diaspora audience. He is directly saying that the problem is internal, a case of Igbo on Igbo crime, and he dismisses the widely held Fulani invader narrative as a lie and propaganda used to fund these criminal gangs. Now, he didn't stop there. He went on to talk about his personal journey and why he believes he has a unique perspective on this. This is where he ties his personal experience to his current political stance. So let's sit back and watch.
Therefore, we are the ones who are the liberators. We are now going into the bush to go to chase out the Fulanis. Nobody asked the question. They are now banning mafia to go and liberate you. How do they feed 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year? How do they feed? How do they feed? So that you see, like I said, I'm one of you, but I decided to go home. Actually, in '99, I was a visiting professor at Swarthmore College. Okay, and I remember the last conversation of the Governor sent them forth, because from there I moved down here to DC, to the World Bank, where I spent 18 months. I was just leaving and they were having a set forth party. And I remember the chairman of the department wishing that I could spend maybe a much longer time My response was, a friend there called me several years to say how my response touched him, a white man. Asked me if God in his infinite wisdom decided in Africa, there must be a purpose. And I couldn't fulfill that purpose in this land. Here, that my marginal contribution to American civilization is next to zero, 0.something%. But my marginal contribution to the advancement of civilization in Africa will be, you see how your presence elevates the quality of discussion and decisions, and so on. And tomorrow, one of the meetings in Nigerian, that project, when I left Swarthmore to the World Bank, I was a long-term consultant, and we produced a book published by the World Bank in 2000 entitled Can Africa Claim the 21st Century?
All right, let us break this down. There's so much to unpack here. First, the statistics, 99.99%. That is not a casual number. It implies near total certainty. Is this a verifiable data-backed statistics from the Anambra State Security Forces, or is it a political hyperbole designed for maximum impact? If it's data, the public deserves to see it. If it's hyperbole, it's incredibly dangerous for a governor to use such language. It is ethical profiling, plain and simple, even if it's directed at his own ethnic group. Secondly, the political calculation. Why would Governor Soludo make such a statement, especially in the US? One school of thought is that he's trying to demystify the unknown gunmen and take ownership of the problem by saying they are our children. He's trying to tell his people that this is a community problem that requires a community solution, not an external inversion. It's a call for introspection. However, another perspective is that this is politically convenient. It aligns with the narrative from some federal quarters that absolve Fulani militia of blame in the southeast. By saying it's an internal Igbo problem, he may be trying to curry favor with powers in Abuja and show he's in control. Third, and most importantly, the danger. This is the real gist. Regardless of his intention, a statement like this is a double-edged sword. It can be weaponized by those who already hold anti-Igbo sentiments. They can now say, see, even their own governor says they are the criminals. It oversimplifies a very complex security issue and risks creating deep division within the Igbo community itself. It shuts down any conversation about the possible involvement of outside elements. Think about it. He is essentially telling his people that the enemy is within and the fear of an external threat is a false narrative. That's a very risky message that could either empower the community to clean its house or cause them to feel abandoned and misunderstood by their own leader. So what's the final gist? We have a governor making a statistically explosive claim that challenges a popular belief, but in a way they could cause more harm than good. Now, I have to throw it to you, my people. What do you think? Is Governor Soludo speaking the uncomfortable truth that needs to be said? Or is this a dangerous political move that will backfire? Let me know your unfiltered thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about this. Don't forget to like this video, share it so others can join the discussion. And of course, subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more breakdown of the stories that matters. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.